Texas Tech against Texas.
Yeah.
The Longhorns against Iowa State made some mistakes that against somebody they'd probably play in the Big 12 championship game would cost them the game. They end up winning by 10. I keep wondering at what point will Texas play a nice, clean game? Mm-hmm. And maybe they did that. Maybe that was the Kansas game. But when will Texas play a nice, clean game where they just beat a team they're supposed to beat by a million?
Well, I mean, when you look at the way the secondary is playing, I don't know if Texas Tech is the greatest remedy for you to be able to play a complete game. I mean, you got torched through the air by Iowa State, who's, not exactly the Globetrotters on offense. Now, I know they didn't get anything in the ground game.
They bid on a pop pass. That was a killer.
Yeah, it was. And look, I think when it comes to Texas, it's no secret. Texas is not playing its best ball at the time of year where you need to be playing your best ball. Now, anybody that says, in my opinion, Andy, that a one-loss Texas at the end of the year and a one-loss Alabama, that Alabama should somehow get in the playoff over them, has lost their mind. You're going to ruin the regular season, or you're just going to ruin non-conference scheduling because nobody's going to ever schedule anybody anymore if that win doesn't matter. I think the regular season has to matter. But when you look at this Texas team, I think right now they are in more trouble. Obviously Florida State losing Jordan Travis, that's such a tough deal. I think Texas is in legitimate trouble. And if you're an Alabama fan, obviously you have to beat Georgia to be able to make the college football playoff. But Texas does look the most vulnerable to allow you to slip into that fourth spot if you do beat Georgia. It just seems like to me Texas is having to scrape by and hope to put wins together, whether that's crazy, chaotic plays that have to happen. They're not just lining up and thoroughly beating people because they're better than they are. And I don't want to hear excuses about Jonathan. I know Jonathan Brooks is a really good back, right? Jonathan Brooks has nothing to do with the secondary getting torched by Iowa State. Make no mistake, Behren Morton, right? A name that a lot of people probably don't know, who replaced Tyler Shuck, and they kind of had that QB carousel. He's been playing pretty good. They've been winning games. Texas Tech can move the ball through the air. And the longer Texas lets them hang on this game, Andy, and I know they're minus 14, the longer they let them hang in there, the more Tech's going to believe. But I think Texas does find a way to win. I'm going to take Tech, though, to cover. The 14.
Okay.
14. I think Texas wins this game. This feels like kind of a 41-28 type game, maybe 44-31 type game. I do think Texas will be able to score, but they better not give Tech hope early because Joey McGuire, he can get them ready, right? It hadn't been the year a lot of people thought, but he can get them ready.
Yeah, this one, I kind of wonder, like on a short week, because they're playing this on Black Friday, like on a short week, do they, I don't know, take a little thought out of it and just let their better players be better? I don't know if that's a thing. I see that in the NFL with those Thursday games where it feels like the more talented team just always wins that game.
Addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
So it's called addition by subtraction. We're better than you because we're not overthinking. Paralysis by analysis. What I'm going to find, what I'm going to find very interesting in this game is how aggressive Texas Tech's going to be on fourth down. I would not be shocked if you saw a fake. I would not be shocked if you saw a surprise onside kick. Because if you're Texas Tech,
you have nothing to lose
this game, right? Let it go hang out there and see if you can hang around and win the game. But I think this one's going to be a little bit more intriguing than what people think. And I'll tell you what, if Texas does, man, the Big 12 now, looking at the Big 12, Andy, I mean, it's looking, who in the Big 12 is really playing that great? I mean, Kansas State, maybe. I mean, maybe a little bit. It's kind of fallen off.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Texas needs to get back into gear. I think Texas covers this one. I'm worried about Texas in the Big 12 championship game, whoever they wind up playing, because any of those, like one of those three teams has already beaten them. One of those three teams should have beaten them. We haven't seen them play the other one. And Mike Gundy as a game day coach, I still have utmost faith in. So that's the thing I got with Texas. Like, I think they're going to be fine this week. It's next week that I start to worry, but they still have a good chance to make the playoff for the same reason. I think most of the committee agrees with you and me on that beating Alabama has to count for something.
Head-to-head
it has to matter.
It has to. Because, like, again, I hear people talking about with the 12-team playoff, it's going to water down the regular season. It's going to water down the regular season. Well, you want to know how to water down the regular season? Make it not matter. Make the head-to-head not matter. So the first 3 weeks of the season, they just really don't matter. It's not how you play in the first 3 weeks. It's how you're playing in the last 3 weeks. I think it makes the job easy for the committee. If that last spot comes down between a one-loss Alabama and a one-loss Texas, your bed's already made.
But that won't even be the last spot. Like, they'll bump Texas up because they'll want to have Alabama in there if the Alabama beats Georgia.
Oh, they'll
So,
find a way to get Bama in. They'll find a way. Believe me. I was shocked that Bama didn't. I was shocked Bama didn't get over TCU last year, to be honest with you.
they do always find a way, though. Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.